Today we are going to be making my homemade chicken noodle soup because, baby, when I tell y'all it is motherfucking cold outside, it's motherfucking cold outside. And I really don't understand this weather because this is California. Like, we not used to all this winter dress up, put this on layers. That's not us. But since, God and Mother Nature have other plans, today we just gonna make us some chicken noodle soup from scratch. We gonna sit down on the couch, we gonna watch some football, and let's get started. One of the first things that we need to do is wash and chop our veggies. I have already gone ahead and washed this several times because I have been using this in the house. We got my onion here, just need to peel it, don't need to wash it. Now, if you are lazy at home like I am, you are going to buy carrots that are already ready. Instead of buying carrots you might have to peel, wash, and chop, I bought these. I personally like sliced onions in my chicken noodle soup, but some people, like I said, if you're lazy and you don't care to do that, these diced onions are available in most stores. I got these from Trader Joe's. And I also brought this minced garlic for some people who are either not skilled or they don't care to chop their own garlic like I'm going to, but this is also an alternative option, minced garlic. So, all right. Oh, and have you a little bowl, a little something on hand so that when you are done chopping and doing all of what you're doing, you can put the stuff in there. So the first thing is that I just like to rough chop these. They don't have to be super perfect. This is about 5 or 6 celery ribs. And then you can just literally take these, put them in this bowl. You ain't gotta do a whole lot. Boom, celery done. Now the onion, and let me tell y'all, even as a chef, y'all, for real, my eyes still be watering when I do this. It doesn't matter like how fast or whatever I decide to do. Like I said, you can dice these. Chef personally likes it sliced. This is how I like to prepare my onions for my soups. Well, most of them. And you can just stop. You don't gotta be all fancy. And then sometimes onions have this really ugly skin on it. Just take that shit off. Thing. And slice lengthwise like Chef is doing. Oh my God, let me hurry up because my eyes. Done and done. So now what we need to do is go ahead and chop this garlic up, y'all. I had to move them onions out the way because they had a thug in here crying. Now, here's the thing about cooking at home. The level of lazy that I am as a professional chef is literally unmatched. Now, I'm not like this for my clients. I'm in game mode. But when it's just me at home, or it's just me and Austin, like, I'll just be out here doing whatever, and that should be working. It works for me. So, saying all that to say, just chop this shit up. Like, it does not have to be, I know some people are scared of garlic because it is small. They worry about their fingers. In the event that you are, that is why they teach you the knuckles so that you can move this way. But I'm not about to be doing all that. I'm trying to just teach y'all how to cook. See that? Boom. Easy. Take this. Now you got fresh garlic. Or you can use that minced can if you want to. Minced jar. We ain't judging, but fresh is always best. Garlic, boom. Now, next thing you need to do is wash your chicken. I don't care what the French, the Italian, the regulators of cooking, the culinary gods say. Any meat that I have is going under that water. I don't care. Anyway, now that we've got that under control, I've already gone ahead and rinsed this, and sometimes I like to let my chicken soak in vinegar and lemon. An older lady taught me that, and it just gives the chicken that nice fresh feel. Yes, I talk with my hands if you are wondering. So what? Um, now I'm gonna season this. Now normally I would season this with my Holy Trinity, which is the garlic sauce, seasoning salt, and pepper. But chef's feeling a little bit under the weather, so I need an extra kick of rosemary. I don't know why when I make chicken noodle soup for when I'm not really feeling well, the rosemary works for me. It just does. I got this spice blend from Tuesday Morning. I actually learned this from Chef Risha on Instagram. She taught me this, didn't even know she was teaching me this. I learned about this before I became a chef. I have the entire collection. Don't argue with me and Chef Risha about this. This shit works, like all their seasonings. So I just put on a healthy amount, nothing too wild. And then everybody got this pepper. I'm pepper heavy, so don't listen to me when it comes to pepper because everybody has their own preference. Now, my philosophy on seasoning chicken, I mean, you could get gloves if you prefer. I am literally just too lazy right now to go in my storage cabinet and get some, but this is my chicken, so I can touch it with my hand. But I don't feel like you seasoning chicken right if you not digging in it. Like, how is the seasoning supposed to get all over the chicken if you just sprinkling it with your hands and then just turning it over? Like, no. So, see how nice and seasoned this chicken is? Now we are going to take this over to the stove and we're gonna get the soup popping. Okay, so I have gone ahead and heated up this pot. I always put my hands in it to feel the heat. Then I take a high heat oil. I personally use grapeseed oil a lot, but you can use canola oil, veggie oil, something like that. Usually it's whatever you have on hand, but not olive oil for this. Once I do that, you let the grease heat up a little, or the oil heat up a little bit. So once the pot or pan, just for future references, when you know it's ready, when it starts smoking, and then you can turn the heat down just a little bit. Gone ahead, remember we chopped these up, put those veggies in there. Take our lazy carrots, cut that bag open. Throw them in there. I like a lot of veggies in my chicken noodle soup, especially when I'm not feeling well. Now we just gonna saute these for a little bit. Just like that. So now that I have the veggies pretty much right where I want them up to this point, just dump them in a bowl real quick. Ain't gotta be all of them out. Then we're gonna put a little more oil back in there in this hot pot. Now we're gonna take our chicken, dump that in there, and brown it. Gonna let the chicken brown a little bit. This also speeds up the cooking time, the overall cooking time of the soup. Just a little bit brown, just a little color on it. And I like to use chicken with the bone in for that that extra flavor, but you can chop up some chicken breast or just throw the chicken breast in there whole, but I personally prefer using meat with the bone in it for the majority of my soups. Just a little brown flavor. Then dump the veggies back in. Let them sit on top of the chicken while the chicken is getting that brown color. And once you do that, Just a little bit of the Holy Trinity. Well, my Holy Trinity. I don't know what everybody else be out here doing. I'll just do a little bit of that. I need to buy some more seasoning, y'all. That's how much I'll be cooking. Add some pepper and a little garlic powder. Not a part of the Trinity, but sometimes. Now, dry rosemary, dry thyme, a little sprinkle. You can hear that chicken getting that brown color. Put a little bit of that in your hand. While that's doing that, chicken broth. You don't see that? Pour that in there. And you fill it up just enough to cover the veggies at first. So it should look like that. Now, as we get more familiar with each other, y'all will learn Chef is two things. Heavy on the pepper, and I'm heavy on this butter, baby. Don't nothing taste good without this butter. Hell, it could be vegan butter for all I give a damn. Just put that butter in there. Trust me. Now, let's do that. Put half in there now, half for later. Then just take your spoon, kind of stir things up a little bit. We are going to let these flavors develop for about 15 minutes. I turn the heat back up to bring it to a boil. And once it starts rumbling, we're going to come back to it, season a little more, and let it simmer. So now that we have this soup at this roaring boil, just mix it up, turn the heat down a little bit. Now add the garlic. Garlic get in there real fragrant. I know sometimes some people like to saute the garlic in with the veggies. I am not that bitch. Let me tell y'all something. Cooking is all about preference. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But so this is my bag of seasonings, this shit that I need. Everybody, granny or somebody got a bag or a jar or a cabinet or something full of this. So out of my bag of tricks, we need a couple of these dried bay leaves, or more than a couple. Like I said, I am under the weather. Put those in there. And then, if I can rummage through here and find a chicken bouillon cube. Is this one? Yeah. And just kind of break that up like that in there. Let it dissolve. Ooh, this is hot. Now, because I am under the weather, I like to put a little cayenne pepper. I just need that little extra kick. That's enough. And then, again, go in, re-season with the Holy Trinity. the seasoning Holy Trinity. This, a little pepper. What is it? The thyme leaves. You can use fresh thyme. I just forgot to get it at the stove. I'm actually surprised we ain't got nothing in here. A little more of that. That butter I was telling y'all about. Throw him in there. A little garlic powder. And then just stir it up. And we're gonna let this simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes and really let those flavors develop. I think I'm going to add one more chicken bouillon cube in here. One more. Let me make sure this. One more. Yep. Never killed anybody. If y'all could smell this in here. Those will dissolve. We're gonna let that hang out. Take our lid, cover it, let it simmer 20-25 minutes. So it's been about 20 to 25 minutes. This is what we have. Our broth has definitely reduced. Whew. The chicken is starting to fall apart, and at this point, this is where I add the noodles and more water. These are the noodles, bow-tie noodles. I'm gonna just pour probably half the bag in there. Turn the heat back up, mix them around, and this should be ready in about 8 to 10 minutes. And because we just added that water, just a pinch more, literally. Just because of the water. Stir this up. And in about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, this will be ready. Okay, it's been about, actually 10, 11 minutes. This is what we have. Our noodles are done. Our veggies are soft. The meat is literally falling off the bone. You can see that. You can actually turn the heat off. And at this point, I like to squeeze a little lemon juice in there. This is the juice of half of a lemon. Squeeze it in there and then stir it up. Lemon balances out so many different flavors. And then I take a little dried parsley, probably like a teaspoon. Mix that around. Okay, so our soup is done. I got some fresh curly parsley. We're just going to top the soup with this. And then I also have my favorite water cookies my favorite water crackers from Trader Joe's. Don't argue with me about these, okay? I know a thing or two about a thing or two, and this is the thing and the two. Okay, so bowl, spoon. This shit is hot. We are just going to, spoon. Chicken noodle soup is mainly about the broth. Especially if you're like me, again, for the 40th time under the weather, you need the broth. And then I'm greedy, I want that chicken in there. And then you take your fresh parsley and just top it. Just throw that on there. Like I said, I like veggies, so I like all of it. And then you take your water crackers. I'm about to eat this. You take a couple of crackers and just put them on the side. I'm Chef Morgan, y'all, and thank you for watching.